Hey everyone, this is Tech Minion. I have been using the OnePlus 6 as my daily driver for the last month. This is the first OnePlus device that I've ever owned. What got me interested in this device was just um, well, what got me interested in this device was the fact that I was getting bored with my iPhone 10 right here. I get bored very easily with phones just because I like with Android or like with Apple, you can't really customize anything about this device. You can't make it to where it works more for you. You have to conform your life around this. What keeps me going back to iPhone is the ecosystem, just because I have a MacBook, I have an iPad, I have Apple TV, so it just makes sense to have this phone. Um, but um, but like I said, I get bored with this a lot, very quickly, and so I didn't want to give up on Android completely. There are a lot of things about Android that I do like, such as the customization aspect of it, the fact that you can sideload apps onto your phone through APKs, the fact that you can really just format the experience that you get on a phone on Android devices to you. And so this is my current setup of my phone. I keep things very simple. I have the date and the month and the day of the week with two widgets that are run through Super Widgets. I just have my two rows of apps, and some of my apps are disguised as folders. But when you swipe up using the Nova launcher, you can open up into the app that you have designated down there. And then, of course, the Google Companion that shows all of my news feeds and just the different things that I'm into. But the real reason on why I'm doing this video is because of the simple feature of being able to have two SIM cards in this phone. And how this benefits me is that I work as a field sales manager, and I, of course, have two phones. I used to have two phones on me at all times, but because of this phone, I don't have to do that anymore. I've been able to put my personal service and my work service on this phone, and I can receive calls from either service at the same time. When it comes to the data plan that you use when you have two SIM cards in this phone, it allows you to pick and choose which service you want to use. And it shows a nice little 1 or a 2 there when you switch your data card. And so right now I have it on my personal data, and it works flawlessly. You just press that icon right there and it switches without you having to do anything extra. So that means I can also, when I do that, it'll also allow me to use the hotspot from whatever account that I have in here. And then to be able to send text messages, it does, like when you are on, like it shows you like a little 1 right there, when you want to send a text from a specific service, you just hit that card right there, and it'll allow you to move back and forth between services. And it's just really simple, just like that. And it shows you at all times the service strength that you're getting. And it's just, it's a feature of a device that I didn't think I would be into until I started trying it, until I started thinking about it, and until I started to try it. And for the last couple of weeks, it's just been working flawlessly. This device by itself has really gotten me to love and appreciate Android again. Before this phone, my Android devices used to be centered around Samsungs, and it used to be centered around LG. I preferred LG over Samsung just because it wasn't as intense with the different features that are offered on devices. Um, and it had a lot of the features that I use or that I like to use on a phone, which is, for instance, like the double tap to wake. That I first experienced that when I had my first LG device, which was the LG G2, and OnePlus has had it on their devices. However, when you do a third-party launcher on this device, you can't use the double tap to put to sleep. But when you're running the stock OnePlus launcher, you can double tap to make this sleep. However, you can double tap to wake it up, which is what I use mostly anyway. And I don't mind having to use the side button here to lock the device. But this honestly is a great device. For $570, which is what I had paid for this one because this is the 8GB 128 variant. I decided to go with the 8GB just because I knew that I was going to own this device for a while, and I didn't want to, have to, upgrade at a later time, such as like when the 16 comes out. And also, I just want, and when you go with the 8GB variant, you also get 128 gigs instead of 64, which gives me plenty of room to store my photos, and it gives me plenty of room to store my music. What this does not have is this expandable storage, but to be perfectly honest, I've never run out of storage space on any device that I've ever owned, and even the devices that I've had that has had less storage, except for when I had the 16GB iPhone when it came out. But at that time, 16 gigabytes was a lot. But anyway, but this is a great device. It has, like the iPhone, what always made me go back to iPhone was that it was always reliable and it never had any bugs. But since iOS 10, I've just experienced nothing but bugs on my Apple device, and so that was the final straw that pushed me back to Android. And I absolutely love this device, especially now that I found a case that I love. This is the Minimal case. So the name of the company is Minimal. That's MNML. You can find this on Amazon for $15. Of course, this is not a case for someone who drops their phone a lot, who works in construction, who just is prone to drop your device. It really is meant to just protect the sides and the back. I even have a D-brand skin on this, which is the Dragon. I started doing that when I owned my Peel case for my iPhone 10, and I just like what it does. As great as skins are, they don't protect all around the device unless you get that one skin or that one phone that D-brand sells their all-around skin for it. But with this one in particular, they don't. So I wanted a case that didn't add any bulk, but still offered protection from scratches and smudges, because eventually I will be selling this device. But until then, I just wanted something that was minimal, something that flattened the sides of the device so that a way I don't see any buttons coming out of my phone, but they're still, again, accessible, along with the alert slider that's right here. Because to me, buttons on phones are just too long. They don't need to be that long for me, only because I know where they are and I don't need to see them. So if anyone's listening out there about that, just take that into consideration when you're making your device. Because it took a while for this case to pop out, only because I had been looking at Peel, I'd been looking at Totally, I even looked at Minimal when I first got this phone in it, and they didn't have a case that for this phone that's like this. And so it wasn't until recently that Amazon posted it, and I jumped on it the moment that I saw it. So this is my OnePlus 6. I hope this 10-minute video, which was only supposed to be like 3 minutes, had helped you out. And until then, you have a great day and take care. Bye-bye.